What's going on, YouTube? It's the Green Chiz back with a PWCC weekly market analysis. Good to get back into this. So basically what I'm going to do is kind of go through some of the numbers. Today is the 20th auction on their weeklies. So we're 1/5 of the way through 100 weekly auctions through PWCC. And this is probably one of the lower ones, one of the smaller auctions they've had. But just so you know, today, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'll be live on my YouTube, live streaming the auction. Hope to see you guys there. Also, heritage auctions in the next 2 weeks. I'm going to start streaming those on Wednesday nights is the plan. So I'm not sure which one I'm going to do in the future. I'll probably pick and choose between one of these, whichever one I'll end up liking more. But there is a heritage trading card auction that'll happen on Wednesday nights, which didn't really happen before, and that doesn't start until I think the week of the 15th. So 9:30 p.m. tonight. Hope to see you guys there. But without further ado, let's jump right into the data and kind of go through some of this analysis from this week's auction and last week's. Last week I missed, and there was a ton of cards. In the week before, even more. So, like, we're trending down for the number of Pokemon cards being sold pretty heavily. So we were at May 22nd, there was about 2,700 cards. May 29th, about 2,300. And then now, June 5th, 1,700 cards. So it's similar to what we're kind of seeing through eBay. eBay, like, the number of things being sold has kind of decreased. Pretty much across the board. Stuff is still selling, but it's just summertime. I think that plays a huge role into it. Usually about this time every year, things do slow down because people actually go outside, and now we can go outside because COVID it's still there, but it's kind of it's more laxed, I would say, around in most areas. So expect things to continue to kind of slow down, decrease over the next few months. I guess it'll be really interesting to see. This will be our first winter going into winter without like a pandemic. So it'll be interesting to see how the holiday plays an effect, because it's kind of been really strange the last couple of years. So we're kind of getting to more a normal world, and it'll be interesting to see how it plays out, to say nonetheless. But yeah, so Pokemon, 1,700 cards. I almost went through the entire auction. There's about 77 pages of cards when you filter just Pokemon. And I went through about 40 of them, which covered all of Wizards of the Coast. I was able to look through every single Wizards of the Coast card being auctioned, which when you do that, that definitely increases your odds of finding some hidden gems, because a lot of people don't search every card. They don't look through every card. They're kind of just searching keywords for stuff they like. So stuff slips through the cracks. So I'm hoping I found a couple hidden gems. We'll definitely, during my live stream, I'll be showing some of the stuff I'm bidding on after the extended bidding begins. Really looking forward to it. But CGC 10s have stayed pretty consistent. We got 19 CGC 10s, which is much more than there were being auctioned 4, 5, 6 weeks ago. Some pretty nice looking ones too. Check those out. Seems like the prices are all still sub $100 on all of them. And there's a couple cool cards in there that I'm going to probably be peeking at. But overall, Wizards of the Coast, this is like the low. You can see right here on my screen, 878 or 840 Wizards of the Coast, which is extremely low, which made it easy for me to be able to search and look through every single one. We just look back, it's half the number of WotC era, like those years, Japanese and English. 1,500 cards, almost 1,600 cards just 3 weeks ago. And now we're down to 840 being listed. So I love 1,500 to 1,700 cards in total being auctioned by Pokemon is like the sweet spot. When you get up to these 2,700, 2,300, it is just too much to deal with. And I say it every week I go on here, but man, it's nice to see it kind of throttling down a little bit. I would love to see that to be a trend, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes through the summer. So, without further ado, Pokemon, of course, is still basically owning the entire percentage, but baseball did sneak up on it a little bit as far as quantity of cards in the different genres. Pokemon's consistently number one as far as quantity, but baseball did almost pass it. Yu-Gi-Oh, though, should be noted. This is probably the largest Yu-Gi-Oh block I've seen. 140 cards. The last two are around 110, and before that was pretty much everything was sub 100. So we're approaching 200 on the Yu-Gi-Oh auction. So I'd love to see that keep going. More stuff to look at is always fun. So I think there was like 6 full pages of 24 items per page. So really good to see that happening. Magic has always been flat right around 10 cards. But yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh seems to be climbing a little bit. I would like to think I had a little influence on it, but I doubt it. So very cool to see. Very cool. All right, I'm just gonna jump in, show some of the stuff in the auction, and that is there it is. And really, really nice cards. There's a couple of trophy cards. You have a Unicarp PSA 8, I believe, and also another 16,000. Like I think that card's at 16,000, and there's another one around 16,000, which is insane. I'll pull that up. Yeah, so you got the Tropical Mega Battle Wind PSA 8 as well, and you got this thing went up 2 grand already in the last hour. I just looked at this; it was 9 grand. It's already up to 11. No damage Ninetales. I saw this one and immediately thought of old school Pokemon. PSA 9. It's at 3Gs. Same price as a PSA 10 first edition base set Ninetales. Same price. You had another PSA 10. Like, you see a lot more PSA 10 first ed bases selling than PSA 9s in these auctions, which is pretty interesting. Overall, a bunch of nice cards. This is a first edition blister, Grand Party. Just there's a no hollow Dark Dragonite. I refer to this card as they mix the number up. But I guess we can call it a no hollow. There is a bunch of PSA 10 Japanese crystal cards. A bunch, pretty much every one. I don't think I saw a Charizard. I want to say every one besides Charizard and maybe Lugia. I don't think I saw Lugia. Lots of Versus Series cards, a lot of them. Handful of Shining cards. There's a lot of first edition German cards, first edition Neo Genesis. I'm just trying to think of some of the vintage stuff I was seeing. All right, yep. So here's some more of those crystal cards. Yep, another crystal PS. Yeah, so there's a couple of PSA 10 Neo Genesis. There's not a whole lot of PSA 10 WotC, but there's a handful of PSA 9 crystals. This is like the PSA 10 Japanese is like $300 more than that. So there's a PSA 10 Umbreon. All in all, man, this is something interesting. I don't ever really see like the old CGC labels, like the solid deep blue ones. There's everybody's favorite Umbreon, half price right now, $340. That thing's been selling for over $7, so that's pretty crazy. Interesting to see how that one drops. So look at this thing. We got a Giratina up here, man. Like, what is going on? That's awesome. PSA 10 Platinum, 2009, $310. This is the same price as a PSA 10 Base Unlimited Hollow. The Zapdos, the Poliwrath, a lot of them are around the $400 to $300 range. So this thing is there. Crazy. Must be a pretty low pop. Awesome card. PSA 10 Scyther, red green gift set. This card's insane to me. $290. This is like one of the more expensive, like, definitely Latios, besides the gold stars. This is probably the most expensive one, if I'm guessing, besides those gold stars, which is pretty interesting. The Mewtube. This is a PSA 9 Shadowless for $280. There is a handful. So there is a bunch. I want to say eight or so PSA 9 Shadowless cards. Holographic, which was pretty cool to see. You don't see those go for auction too often. I don't think I saw like any vending series. There was first edition base set, PSA 9, some 8s, and I want to say a bunch of lower grades too. This card I saw was cool. PSA 9 Articuno, first edition. Decent price already. I feel like there ain't a lot of room to make money on this one. I feel like that's pretty good. Like, it's achieving a pretty good value for what it is. Tyranitar. I always love this T17. The Japanese one's so much cheaper. It's so much easier to grade. Man, it does it for me, though. It looks the same. Usually has a banger swirl on it. There is some Masaki cards. Some PSA 9s and a PSA 8, I believe. So there's a few holos. The Gengar, I don't think's in this auction. Couple sweet Pikachu cards you don't see every day. The Not Awake birthday Pikachu promo. There's a PSA 9 first ed Jungle Jolteon. There's another one of those Shadowless cards. So, and the Masaki, like I said, this is a pretty good variety of higher end, above $100 cards for PSA 9s inside of this auction. So really looking forward to it. Again, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Join me. I'm going to be going through this auction live. There is a couple PSA 10 McDonald's promos from 2002. This one I feel like is a pretty decent price. I want to say it sells for about $300. That's at $180. Could be wrong, but yeah. Anyways, catch me 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It'll be awesome. Check the Discord, Instagram. It's all linked down below in the description. Hope to see you guys there. Y'all have a good one. Peace.